I've done it. I've pushed the button. The button has been pushed.
Ooh.
Oh, but what I don't have is the... Well, whatever. We're going to figure it out. Because, like I always say, it is what it is.
Like magic.
Okay. All right. Hi. Is it live? Is it happening? It's happening. Good evening. Welcome back. Cars and Comedy, Late Night Playset. Jay, Ryan. The girls are already having a good time over there. Arielle is here. Producer Arielle is in there with Nicole, of course, is here. We have got our good friends on Instagram here, and we've got producer Mike up there in Canada as well. So it's going to be a good old family show. But, what the heck are we talking about tonight? Okay, producer Arielle is here. She's the producer of this show. But also, she was very recently the Grand Marshal for the Gentleman's Drive. And we're going to be talking about that because it's not too late to donate. So stay tuned for that. Also... more drama up at GVBC, so we'll be talking about that as well. There's no drama on our part. Again, as usual, we don't care. We're whatever, but stay tuned for that. So, like I said, the Instagram folks are here. Mike is here in Canada. Mike, how you doing?
Present, accounted for, back home, and happy to be here. And I missed all of you.
All right, we missed you too. Everybody, 2 minutes to go to the bathroom, get a drink. And that very long theme song is going to play right now. Will, take it away. Them to love. There you go.
I love them so much.
There you go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. We're talking about the Gentleman's Drive. We're talking about GVBC, and our producer slash family member over here, Arielle, is with us as well. And at some point, this will wake up. There we go. There she is. There she is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I like that you have your shirt on.
I know.
I put my shirt on today for probably the same reason, because we're going to be talking about it.
I had to dig for it a little bit too, and I was like, "Where the fuck is this shirt?" It can't. I looked everywhere, and I was like, "This is impossible."
Why was it not on the top shelf?
Through the drawers, like movie moment, and I never do that. I'm not that person, but I'm actually redoing.
I'm sure people can probably hear you, but if you want,
yeah, I know I am a theater girl. I can project, but this is a lot easier. No, I've full on had one of those like opening the dresser drawers, like throwing everything around, which is just not my style. But I'm redoing my whole apartment, so like everything's in disarray anyway. So who cares, right? And eventually, I did find it, and I was very happy.
I'm very happy you did.
But that's cool.
I'm very happy you did. I realize now we talked through the whole opening, so I need to fix the camera. So you go ahead and say hi to Nicole, like I'm sure you were going to, and I'll just make this happen in the meantime.
Well, okay, so I don't know if the YouTubers, the tubies, got it, but Nicole and I were laughing because I sat down and my phone was on the chair and I had just put it up on the counter to put it out of the way, right? And being pro. And then I turn around and the phone just keeps appearing on the chair. And I'm like, am I out of my mind? What is happening here? And now I don't know if the first time I did it or if Jay did it. The second time I know it was Jay. But here's the thing.
I was wondering where this was going to go.
No, I didn't know. It was just like magically appearing. But here's the thing. Because I actually do need it to look up the final numbers of the Distinguished Gentleman's Drive. So I'm glad that you did. Otherwise, I would have had to get up and go over there. So Jay knows best, everybody.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
As if.
Oh my God, as if.
As if. I watched the morning news today, which I don't often do, but Araxia Carpanian and the girl from Manchester, Amanda Salas, let us know that the Clueless girl's birthday was today.
Which one?
Fuck.
Oh, Alicia Silverstone. Boom. Yeah.
It's a double. It's a double. We are going at it.
We have all the buttons. We have all the sounds. We have all the buttons. And we have a mute.
That's for me, not for you.
I know.
It's not for the guests.
But it was in my.
Can you imagine?
View. It was perfect.
Can you imagine? Hey, Magnus. I got to do this commercial, and I just held up a mute to the guest.
Can you just shut the fuck up for a second? Thanks.
That would be hilarious. Sorry, Jeff Sword. I have this blue card, and we have to talk about
St.
Clair Insurance. St. Clair
Blue.
Insurance because the blue card's up.
Blue card's up, guys.
Oh, that's funny. Sports, they have a card, don't they?
Yeah. I don't do sports, but I know that they have flags. So.
All right. Let's see. So I got a blue card of things we got to do here.
Yeah.
First off, because I have a feeling we are going to spiral here like crazy. I want to talk to Canada Mike, who's back in Canada. He was in the U.S. last week in Vegas doing a bunch of Vegas stuff, wrestling, podcast, and otherwise. He's going to have I'll let him tell you, but I'm going to tell you too now. But then I'll let him tell you again later. He's going to have Jerry Lawler on the Letterman podcast, which is very cool because of the Andy Kaufman connection.
Yeah.
The wrestler Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman had one of the most famous Letterman clips of all time.
Love it.
Anyway, so I guess we just sort of talked about that. Mike, I'll get back to you, though. I mean, I will tell you, I will get back to you, and we'll talk to you directly about it. I'm sure you have much more information. But I do have to do this business at first. Friends of ours, Christian James Hand, October 7th, is at the Sun Rose. It's a beautiful new room in Hollywood. sunrosemusic.com. Get your tickets October 7th. That is this weekend. He asked us if we wanted to go. He offered to get us nice seats. I told him, while we would love to go, this is the crazy Porsche weekend, and we are already overbooked everywhere. Yeah. Unless you want to cancel some of that stuff and go to Christian James Hand, we'll be seeing him in like 2 weeks or a week and a half on the 22nd. So there's just so much stuff going on. There's so many things, and you want to support your friends, but like it just so happens that there's both of those. Now the 22nd too. There's Zuffenhausen and Guido Cocomullo at the Marconi.
Mm-hmm. And then there's some Porsche thing in the morning as well that I was invited to. I think it's in the morning.
It might be Zuffenhausen, and it's at night. I was confused as well,
yeah,
but we had him on the show last week.
Yeah.
So anyway, Christian James Hand, get those tickets. He is great. Also, follow his new Instagram because the old one got hacked, even though it's still there. The hackers own it. It's the real Christian James Hand. The old one was Christian James Hand. Now, that's not really him. So this new one is the real Christian James Hand.
You got to get
and
that
that's
two-factor,
really
the two-factor authentication. Like, you can't be messing around.
He's preaching that now, too. But if you recall, when we got hacked, I didn't have it on either. And
that's why I'm saying it. You got to do the two-factor.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hack me, but I did it anyway.
Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for that? It was a song, but it was off of a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Anybody got time for that?
Mm-hmm. My Wi-Fi is hide.
Well, hang on. Don't tell people.
Okay.
Gee
no,
whiz.
it's not the password.
Oh, good grief.
No, it's just the Wi-Fi is hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi, because that was a news story that they wound up doing an auto-tune song to also.
I can't believe you brought it around to that, because I'm going to blow your mind again going further into that. I wasn't going to bring it up because it was more Jay, and we have enough of Jay on this show, but my old friend, our old friend, Courtney Carrillo, it's a guy. I used to work with him on Everybody Hates Chris. He was at my 30th birthday in Hawaii great guy. When he moved to L.A. or one of his first places, he moved to a place and it was a sublet, and the guy came out from the other place and it was the big house out front, and came to the guest house out back, and he goes like, "So you're the new tenant?" Doing the whole thing. And he goes, "My name's whatever the guy name was," and he's like, "I don't know," and he's like, "From the video, it was hide your wife, hide your wife." Yes, and he was living in the main house because of that video.
No.
Yeah, because he got like a manager and an agent and stuff after that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
That's been my Wi-Fi
Courtney,
for like since that happened.
And then Courtney lived there for a while, and I think that guy ended up moving out before Courtney did.
That's hilarious.
If I remember the story correct.
That YouTube money don't last that long for one video. That's hilarious.
The kids are like,
"What is he doing now? We must know. We must have him on the show."
That was so long ago. That was when you could only upload like 15-minute videos to YouTube, and they were crappy quality. Remember that? Before HD and all that.
Oh boy.
I can't. All right. Well, great. 10 minutes of the show down. Fantastic.
So good.
Also, if anybody needs an original 240Z, if you're looking for an original old Datsun 240Z, call my buddy Mike up at F40 Motorsports in Connecticut. It's Wayne Carini's place from Chasing Classic Cars. They have got a beautiful silver on red, sold new at Bob Sharp Motors. I don't remember the mileage, but it's wicked low, like crazy original low. Everything on the car is original. It's a great car. We're not in the market for a Z. We're in the market for a Mini, though. looking for an 05 or an 06 Cooper S manual for like the everyday drive to the medical appointments and stuff cars. Yeah, because while yellow car can do it, it shouldn't, and it's not appropriate. It's so hard.
I love that for you.
But little Mini, where you just pop it in the hatch in the back, keep the seats down permanently or whatever. Yeah, I forgot you. Is yours a Clubman?
I got my Mini.
Clubman?
It's a Clubman only because I wanted to be able to sleep in the back of it if I wanted to. Have I? No. But I can, and I like that. So. And
I'm looking for specifically this first-gen Mini because that's the only of the modern Minis. That's the only one that speaks to me.
I would agree.
When I was BMW in the old days, so I got like a number of different people I knew great leases on that by using my owner loyalty at BMW. Because in the first couple of years, it was BMW Financial Services.
Yeah, it still is. That's what my lease.
Oh, is it really?
Not my lease. I own it, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was all. I thought they had their own now.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Good. Well, in the beginning, they didn't even have their own dealerships. Everything was sold through the BMW dealerships.
Yeah.
They were building it out conceptually.
Here they are.
Anyway, so there's originals, and I want the original with the supercharger versus the later with the turbocharger.
Love that journey for y'all.
Also, they're so cheap. I mean, I'm looking at them on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the kind of car I'm looking at is $5,000 tops. You know what I mean? They're all right around 100,000 miles or more.
Great.
As long as they've been maintained, they're fine. There's one, I don't want to tell you because somebody else probably scooped it up, but there's one that's one owner, and it's got 69,000 miles, 2005, 69,000 miles.
Hey.
Wicked clean. It's a slightly bit more money, and it's at a dealership, but, I mean, one owner, yeah, if somebody had it for 20 years, that means they probably fucking took care of it.
Yeah, exactly. We'd hope.
Or didn't drive it at all.
Yeah, either one.
Could be
either one is fine.
Hey, now we should talk to our buddy Mike up there. How are you, buddy? Let's talk about the Letterman podcast.
I'm fantastic. How are you?
You've had some great guests. You weren't here for the most of the show the other day, but we did joke with the Marconis about the FU guy, so we plugged that one quite a bit. But what's been going on with you, and who do you got on the show this week?
I don't know who's on the show this week because we have I've got a couple shows that are going to potentially be up for this Friday and next Friday because on Tuesday, Candy and I go to New York. So we're not sure which one we're putting up this Friday and which one we're putting up next Friday while we're in New York.
I bet viewers will love when they can hear all about your New York trip. Here you go. Here's one for the Dons. Let's tease the shit out of this. You can't say anything about your New York trip, can you?
Steve O'Donnell has promised to serve us canapes. I can say that.
Okay.
Canapes.
Beautiful.
It's pretty.
Is that
exciting
a term
that
he
we're
learned
going
from Kathy Ankers?
What's that? Oh, no, pedophores. Pedophores, the little cakes on the little plates. Pedophores. And yeah, he hasn't promised to serve us pedophores, but.
No, I know. I'm just, is
crossed.
it one of the, I was trying to.
Don't
listen to me. You go ahead.
All right.
You're much
but
more.
Yeah, this happened to me last week.
Ooh.
So got to meet Jerry Lawler, who I've met before through the wrestling business, but never since I started hosting the show. And when I mentioned Andy and I mentioned the Letterman podcast, he lit up like a Christmas tree because he loved Andy Kaufman so much. And he told me some very, very cool things about that magical night in New York where he cuffed Andy Kaufman in the face. That video was like a viral video before viral videos existed. It was in the infancy of late night. Magical moment. So it was fun talking to him about that.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to step on you, buddy. I'm sorry, but that clip was on the news for forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that clip everywhere, not just on the Letterman anniversary show.
I remember from the news, like we were my family was in that haze of like, what's happening? Like,
is it real or not?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. That's a huge get. I would imagine that from Jerry Lawler's perspective, I don't know how much anyone who watches this show would know about Jerry Lawler, but he was wicked famous in the wrestling world before Andy Kaufman met him. That's one of the reasons Andy Kaufman went with this guy. But he got, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he got crazy more famous. That's right. You can look that up. You can put it on a scale or some sort of graph. Crazy more famous due to the affiliation with Andy Kaufman and the fact that we all know that clip, knowing, not giving a shit about wrestling. Yeah,
exactly.
And I don't want to. And I don't want to get too far down the wrestling rabbit hole here. Don't want to isolate the audience and send them all packing.
What exactly is a pile driver?
Good question.
I'm sorry.
Are you asking him or me? No.
Oh no! Oh, I forgot it's a sex thing too. Gee whiz. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Don't be. I think I like Arielle's version better. No.
And what exactly is? No, I can't say that anymore. Never mind. Forget it.
I don't know.
So
but it would,
the thing about
sure
the background behind this is. Oh, am I there? Okay. The background behind this is Andy Kaufman originally wanted to go to New York, the New York promotion. The wrestling business was very territorial back then. He went to the New York promotion, the WWF. Vince Sr. owned it at the time. And he wanted to do a wrestling thing, and they told him to go packing. And so he went down to Memphis, and in Memphis, Jerry Lawler had this expansive wrestling territory that was in the South. And that's where he did business. And they did business for a good 6 months before that national moment on Letterman happened. It kind of culminated with Letterman, but there's a huge background story to that, how Andy actually got behind the curtain of the wrestling business, which was very closed back then, and how he was actually accepted as one of the boys, as they would say. And then, like Jay said, that moment on Letterman, it made the folks in the WWF at the time very sorry that they turned Andy away originally. So there's a lot of depth to that story and to how it happened. And I can't wait to go through it with Jerry on the podcast. It's going to be so much fun.
And not to spill it, but you didn't just meet him. Like, you hung out with him in Vegas, right? Like, you hung out with a bunch of wrestling legends.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I've led a weird life, and part of that weird life is that I've been a wrestling promoter. And when I became a wrestling promoter, I got invited behind the curtain. And so there's a fraternity called Cauliflower Alley, and they invited me to come down and do a financial seminar for wrestlers.
Whoa!
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and so it was pretty neat having these worlds collide, and then the Letterman podcast world collided at the same time. So it was pretty neat being down there for that event. And those of you who know JBL, I went out till 3 a.m. with JBL, and I watched him drink. He was one of the craziest drinkers I've ever seen. Yeah, lots of great stories that came out of that. But for our purposes, the Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Hart as well both have dozens of Andy Kaufman stories. So that's going to be great.
Very cool, man. Awesome. Well, good to see you. Welcome back home.
Oh, I missed you guys. It's so good to see you all. And I'm glad Arielle's here too. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's the family show.
It is the family show. That's what I was feeling. Usually I'm like, pretty dressed up when I come here. And I was like, nah, I just, we're chilling. We're just chilling today.
I mean,
okay, listen. I don't have any pants, Jay. I don't really have pants. Pants are things that I need to purchase.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
No, you
I want
don't.
to
You're fine.
put my feet up a little bit.
I had to lower the camera a little bit.
I know. I mean, listen, I just live in skirts because I fool people because they think that I'm dressed up, but I'm just basically in pajamas or something. It's like a
Well, because it's pajamas for you. That's
it's
what
just
you wear for
comfortable. My
pajamas.
legs are free. I can pee so freely.
That's right. Stop trying. Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
sorry.
I'll say it. And other things. Are you welcome?
I am welcome. I appreciate it. You're welcome also. Thank you. Also, in case you're looking for official Letterman merchandise, your only source for officially licensed Late Show with David Letterman merchandise is the Hello-Deli. So say hello to Rupert by going to hello-deli. And by all means, tell him that Nicole says hello, because oftentimes...
I cannot.
That's right. That joke never gets old. When you have
Jay,
MS...
can I say something about that?
Yes, in 1 second. When you have MS... when you have MS, memory is short, so we tend to do the same joke over and over again because it's fresh for Nicole a lot of times.
Yeah.
What a fucking
Hi, I'm
ad.
Tom.
I
Hi,
just
I'm Tom.
keep laughing. It's great.
All right, now I want to hear what Mike has to say about it.
Well, also, plus when you have MS, you forgot you told the joke in the first place, so it's brand new again.
Oh, maybe I have it. That's the problem.
Well, listen, I have ADHD, so, I forget everything. And I've smoked a lot of weed in my life, but I forget everything, so your secrets are safe with me.
Thanks.
All right, now
Rupert-
the one. Go ahead, say again.
Just before you leave the topic of Rupert, he feels bad. He sent you a package, and it got sent to the wrong address, and so he got it back, and so he has resent it out to you. I don't know if you know that yet or not, and so I'm just letting you know.
No, but
that.
I know that
And
he
told me to
sends
tell
me
you he's very
message-
sorry.
Sorry. No, sorry. He's sorry.
I know, I love
He's
when Mike
Canadian.
shows
Mike
his
is
Canadian.
sorry, everybody. No, Rupert is sorry. I love you, Canadian Mike. I hope you know I'm not making fun of you. It's because I love you so much. I want to know all about you and all the little piddly-dillies. He's sorry. I didn't know anything about that, but I'm grateful because Rupert does nothing but send positive, reinforcing messages about us, what we're doing in this show, and the good vibes. And he just seems to love it all. He loves you very much,
Thanks, Rupert.
and all the stuff we do. So thanks for that, Mike. I'm sorry I didn't have the camera on you there. Thank you, buddy.
Just don't go.
Where did it go? I wonder where it went.
I'm not certain, but it got sent back to him. So,
That's a
I thought you were
bummer.
going to say stolen, because in my building, things just get stolen.
We've had really good luck with that here. I shouldn't say that. I don't. Who? Come on.
I'm just waiting for Rosie to start barking.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? I was
Wow.
waiting for a what the fuck. And
There's
now
about
it's an
10
ad?
what the fucks, and then there's apparently one advertisement for somethingbuttons.com.
And
Do it
I-
again.
Exactly.
It's usually stuff like that.
Okay.
Can other people hear it?
What the fuck?
That was a good one.
But at some point it goes like somethingbuttons.com.
Yeah.
.com.
And then we all say, what the fuck? Ah, I get it now.
You can't curse on this show. Since when have you been able to curse on this show?
Shit.
Oh, wait, we don't have that rule. All right, now for the things that actually pay the bills around here. Let's say hello to our friends at Series 1 Films because they are sponsoring part of this podcast. Series 1 Films is more than just films. They can set you up with effective marketing solutions like press releases on major news sites. They can scale your rank on Google, and they can produce cinematic content for your automotive brand or business.
And they shot the video for the Distinguished Gentleman's Drive, which I still need to review, and I'm sorry, and I promise I'm going to do that tonight.
And hopefully it's good.
No, it is good. It is good. I just have to give notes because, brand guidelines.
In the meantime, if you want to see something that we can stand by right now,
I would still stand by it.
here's a video that Taylor did, Analog Speed, Series 1 Films on GVBC. And then I'll tell you how to get a hold of him when we get back. Roll it, Hal.
straight up chaos today.
It is straight up chaos today.
Bubbles! Give me bubbles. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I just was about to say something and I inhaled some spit.
There's water right there on that desk.
I got some coffee here.
Shit. We've got all the liquids. Hopefully none of it is pee.
Good grief.
Listen.
If you liked what you saw there in the GVBC or in the future 2BD coming soon, Gentleman's Drive video, send Taylor a message over at series1films.com. That's series1films.com.
Series1films.com.
Yeah.
I know it's high energy today. It's wearing you out. Sorry.
I need to cough.
Go
We
ahead.
support it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
so gentle.
That was nothing. That was
Being
nothing.
gentle on her vocal cords.
Very gentle.
I appreciate that.
Now,
What's up?
who doesn't love talking about car insurance?
Oh my God, I love talking about car insurance. Do tell me more.
I love talking about car insurance. They say all which separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What types of toys are we talking about today?
Sex
Probably
toys.
collector cars. I'm so distracted.
Why?
I heard sex toys, but I would typically say something like entertainment sets or collector cars and such.
Jeff Sinclair's going to kill me for this one. But the truth is, if somebody has enough sex toys and or
Listen.
a room or building for said sex toys, whether it's a room, dungeon, whatever it is,
Museum. I'm just saying there's more business to be had. Also, I've been waiting a long time
anything
to
that's
say
of
that.
high value that should be insured. You're going to want to get that stuff insured because Jeff St. Clair is licensed in most states. And his company, St. Clair Insurance, shops top providers so you get the best coverage for your toys, whatever they may be. Simply go to coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com,
Coveredforyourtoys.com.
and tell Jeff St. Clair that everybody here says hello because...
And we're sorry?
I cannot.
Listen, when I listen at home, I say that joke to myself every time.
Yeah.
I just yell, sex toys! And it's fun.
That is fun.
You know.
Some people...
And I think, honestly, you do have a point because some of them can be very valuable. They can be made out of gold. They can be made out of
Ah!
crystals. They can
gold
be...
sex toys?
Yeah, why
What are
not?
you...
Why not? It would be very expensive. If I had
Austin
a gold
Powers. I
dildo,
love
I would
gold!
absolutely insure that, okay?
If you what?
If I had a gold dildo, I would insure that.
Solid gold?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to. That'd be so valuable.
And guess who can help? Coverageforyourtoys.com. Just saying.
Did you just create something? Like really valuable? Like, did you just create a new Highline fucking thing? Because Gwyneth Paltrow started a
honestly-
whole thing by having girls stick things up their wahoos.
First of all,
and
those
if
are
you-
yoni eggs, and people have been using yoni eggs for
100%.
hundreds of years, centuries.
Totally. But the percentage of Americans buying
Yes.
them was significantly smaller before the
smaller.
billionaire Gwyneth Paltrow started selling them to girls and saying,
Before
you should
Goop
do
even
this.
existed, I was in New Zealand and I already had one.
Of course,
so they
because
were
you're hip-
practicing
you're
that.
hip to all the
I'm hip to
vaginas
it. I'm
shit.
hip to pussies.
Jeff St. Clair, we love you. Go to... Did we do it? Are we done with
We
that?
did. We did the ad.
Woo-wee, okay.
We're just expanding what the business could be so that the viewers can understand that it's not just car toys.
Right.
And also, I have a little bit of homework to do to see if a solid gold dildo exists.
Yeah, because I was not kidding about the market because these high.
Neither am
these-
I.
Yeah, if you have a $25,000 thing, by the way, you would have to make so many of them because, from what I understand,
It would be,
women
I
have
think it would
different
be like
needs
an
and
art
just-
piece first. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, not a usable. Oh.
Oh, no, you would
remember
use
that
it.
movie?
you
What
would
was
use
the
it. I would use it. If I had a, please.
What was
if
the
I had-
movie with the kid who went out into the wilderness with the van, but he lived next door to the porn star first? You know what I'm talking, guys. You know what I'm talking
Did
about.
he die in the van? Did he
No,
die?
yeah,
this-
in that one. But it's only the same actor. Emil Hirsch is in this other one called The Girl Next Door. The Girl
Oh.
Next Door. Do you remember that one?
I don't know that one.
With
Fuck, I can't even remember why I brought it up
Alicia,
now.
right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I remember. Because there was, maybe it was a movie award. I remember there being a golden dick statue.
Yeah, that's
And,
probably.
but I think it might have been like a movie award in this thing, like an adult
well, maybe it's
movie
the
award.
I
I
forget
gotta
what
watch
the
that
porn
movie.
awards
I always
are
thought that
called.
movie was funny.
I don't remember what they're
It's-
called, but
Probably was.
No,
The
it's
AVN
that,
Awards?
AVN Awards, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's a Vegas thing.
okay, yeah. I'm gonna look into golden
There
dildos.
there was like a crazy rush on whatever there's another convention that happens at the same time in Vegas as the AVN Awards, and it's like, call it the Electrolux Vacuum Convention, whatever. During that convention,
Suckers, huh?
everybody in the world has reservations for the Electrolux
Yep.
convention in the. Oh, I didn't even make the sucking thing. God damn it! Try to make it something not connected.
But it's all connected, Jay.
You are like playing that Kevin Bacon game with somebody, except everything's sex. Everything is sex.
It's the concrete convention.
Concrete? Is that what it is?
Yep.
The concrete
And
convention,
firefighters.
that sounds so boring.
No, that's the point. But all of a sudden, every freaking guy in the world has to go to Vegas for the big concrete convention,
Oh
honey.
my God, 'cause
Gotta go
it's at
check
the
out the
same
new, all the
time.
new formulas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta
Thank-
mix it in, buddy. I'm in a mood today, y'all.
It's good.
You know what it is?
I'd like to hear, because I have an idea. Let's go ahead.
What? No, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
You're never going to guess this.
Right.
It's actually a story.
Then
I
let's
feel
not
like
play
this is a
that
good
game.
talk show story. So, he started talking to this dude. His name is Ransom. Real story. That's his name. So
Is his father Liam Neeson?
I have not asked him that yet. I will. That's high on the list. But like, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Apple right now because I clicked into the number to go and save this person's phone number, and I accidentally sent him my location. So now all of a sudden I'm like,
Oh my.
this is literally the first text I'm sending this man, whose name is Ransom.
And you're like, here I am, come get me.
Yeah, and then he didn't answer for like hours because he's a musician. He was in the studio.
Well, yeah.
A musician?
And I'm just like, yeah, he's a
He's
musician.
pretty smart. He's a
music-
pretty smart fellow.
I mean, I
I think,
hope
if
so.
anything, he will define irony in this text, because the guy whose name Ransom, the girl's first text is my
Here I am.
geographic location. Yeah.
Well, the joke with my friends all last night was like, I don't know, it's possible someone's planning my murder right now. So, take care of Rosie.
No one who actually ransoms calls themselves Ransom. That's like,
No,
it
he's
has one of
probably
those.
going to be like the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
The ransom guy is named Trustworthy. It's the
Yeah.
opposite. It's like tiny.
100%. And I genuinely hope this works out on some level just because I want to make some ransom jokes.
Here's the thing: to prevent other people who are having ransom jokes at home right now, what does Ransom look like?
Handsome, tall.
Ooh,
Let it
handsome
go.
Ransom?
Handsome
no shit. For real?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, this is good. I'm going to have to pretend to like him even if I don't. I
Wow.
can't do that. I wish I could.
Handsome Ransom.
Handsome Ransom. He is handsome. He might be a twin too, which is
Oh my.
Oh my God! Does that just add? Do you have a twin kink?
no, but maybe I will now.
She goes, ask me in a week. Holy crap! You're hilarious. Is your hair less purple than it was last time you were here?
No,
Or is it the
my hair
lighting?
is less curly than it was. This is like, I don't really do my hair that often now. It's like once I curl
But I asked
it.
about the color, and then
I
you
know, but like
responded.
it looks different based off of
I see.
what how the extent of the curl and is it straight or what is the lighting doing. So like it's weird, but it's not any less purple.
Our lighting has actually changed in here since you were here last, so there is that. But I wouldn't think it would take the purple out.
Oh, well, stage lighting does. So I'm in a kids improv show. Y'all, I span from kids improv to pole dancing. So, that's me.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Those parents must be so proud. I
They love
can't
it.
even imagine.
I'm like, are you sure you guys want to be
Like, I don't
tagging
imagine
me?
people care, but I imagine it just must be like, wow, she's a whirling dervish.
Well, if they go digging, they're going to find my butt. But those shirts that we wear are purple. So my hair just like disappears. And then I take the purple shirt off and change. And then my hair is purple again. It's wild. It's funny.
Oh man, man, am I glad I asked. I'm so glad I asked about your hair. All right. We have to talk about the Gentleman's Drive.
Yeah.
But do you want to? Should we talk about GVBC first?
Let's
Because
do it.
I hate that there's any kind of like weirdness out there.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it was brought to my attention. Here, I'll just some broadcasting here. It was brought to my attention the other day.
Put on the glasses. Be serious. You got a mustache?
Why would that help?
I don't
Trying
know.
to
I
make
just
the
feel
donut.
like old timey, radio and shit.
No, they were holding their ear usually, right?
Oh,
Wasn't
true,
it like
true,
that?
true. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It was brought to my attention the other day that there was a new Good Vibes Breakfast Club, but it was a Good Vibes Dinner Club, and and it wasn't us, but it was like whatever. It looked like us and whatever. And I didn't know who it was. I thought it was kind of like a bot thing.
Yeah.
So I reported it and blocked it, but I screen grabbed the thing first, and then I made the post about it. And it's kind of all I thought. I mean, I really just thought that was it. I didn't realize through many messages today from you and other people what was going on. So can you tell people what was going on? Because all I know is we do this Good Vibes Breakfast Club thing that we're both representing the shirt for right now, and that we've been doing it for a really long time. And then another one came up with it for the dinner club, but like everything else was the same too. And I don't want to start any trouble with anybody. But is there trouble out there? What's going on? What's the temperature out there? And feel free to jump in here, anybody.
Yeah. Well, what's up? We'll check in with you guys. I don't believe that there is any trouble. I agree with you when I see, because first of all, you have had the experience of many people pretending to be you. I'm friends with dancers and other famous people. I get bots at least once a week. I get people all up in my DMs being bots, being whatever. So,
well, you are right about that.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, we've also had a tremendous amount of legitimate people want to start, like, franchise out GVBC in their city, town, whatever.
Yeah.
And we've never done it because it kind of doesn't feel right. It's like it has been sort of a natural thing, and like we just haven't found the right one yet. It's not that it won't happen.
No, and I think also the thing with Good Vibes,
but people reach out first before. It doesn't just happen on its own.
Well, that's it. Like there's the reach out first. So basically, when I saw it, my first thoughts are always, okay, either it's a bot, or it's somebody who is using the name to benefit themselves and doing what they're doing. Like either way, it's just weird if the person or the organization or whatever the case is, if they're not involved in that thing and they're not aware of it, like it's just a red flag, right? For whatever the reason is, it's a red flag. So it came to my attention that it was somebody that we knew, and so that person did message me, being like, "Oh, not trying to like have bad vibes or anything like that."
Oh, well,
and we had a constructive conversation.
That's better than I heard from David. David apparently got an earful. Go ahead.
Well, I am very.
No, not from you.
No. When I interact with people, I'm just very straightforward. I'm very honest. I'm very, to some people, that might be brutal. I don't think it's brutal. I think it's just straightforward and honest.
Oh, I see. Producer Arielle came in and said, shut it down.
No.
Shut it down.
Well, here's the thing. I explained exactly what I just said, is that whether we want to admit it or not, like Good Vibes Breakfast Club is a brand. It did not start that way. By any means. It eventually just needed a name because there was so many of us and there was a thing, and it just developed that way, and it just came about.
The truth is, I mean, it's had a name forever, but the truth is we started with the shirts and the calling it and everything because somebody else started to try to take it.
Yeah.
And that was not okay with the core group of people, so we just decided. And David was like, "I have this company anyway. We've been trying to like launch our, our brand, our dual shift." And, and he came up with the idea of doing the shirts and stuff. I was like, well, I've got the logo planned. I mean, all of these things sort of happened because somebody else tried to take it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean anything other than, like, we're just trying to protect the thing we all love. It's not about telling people what to do. Do whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. All 100%. I did was go out and say, hey, everybody, it's not us. Whatever this is, it's not us.
Yeah.
Which I feel is responsible for me to do because it's not us.
Yeah, and because we know, and especially if you don't know who it is and who's behind it or what's going on.
That's the bummer of this whole thing now, is it was it's somebody who I think I like. I mean, I've never had any issues with in the past. It's somebody who's very talented. I don't think I've ever met them. I know that they tag me and shit, and I repost it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't know.
Well, but here's the thing. So there's the community perspective and the brand perspective, right? And so, and I have to call it a brand because people recognize it. Like whether you, like Nicole is a brand, Jay is a brand, I'm a brand. Like it's just.
Yeah, we're all ripping off the old CBGB thing anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. But in any event, when someone who is not us, who engages in this stuff, sees that exact thing with one name that's different, there's a very easy assumption that it's the same people. And so from a community perspective, then
it was intended, otherwise you wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So
sorry.
No. No, don't apologize. We're having a conversation.
Go ahead. No.
Mercy. But so there's the community side of it where it's like, you're just not going to get the same thing because it's not the same people, and it is not the same. It is something similar. It's not the same. And then there's just the general brand perspective. Not that we're a brand that we need to protect by any means. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the psychology of how people connect to things when they see words together, when they see a logo, when they see font. These are all psychological brand connections. So you're all going to put these things together to believe that it is the same thing as the morning thing, which it's not. That being said, from what I understand, this is a group that, like many of us, got a lot from the experience, got the good vibes, love the good vibes, want to spread more good vibes, want to create more space for good vibes, but want to do it at night. So the intention was not, as it was explained to me, whether that's true or not, we don't know ever. But the intention, as it was explained to me,
I'm willing to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, almost always.
Oh, I know, but also,
have burned so
you know,
many bridges with me for me to not be assuming the positive.
Oh,
out
me
of you.
too.
It's why I'm so bone-crushingly disappointed when people show me the other side.
Yeah.
When they don't take the high road.
Yeah, but they did. They did take the high road. But, you know, the intention was that they just felt aligned with the good vibes part of it.
That's beautiful.
And it's, you know, it was good for their mental health and they wanted to bring that. So, like, totally 100% support it. I just think it was not good taste.
Your own thing?
Exactly. And that's what I said too. Like, you want it to be your own community. You want to nurture your own community. You want to grow your own community. You don't want to confuse people in the process of that. You really want it to be your own thing that you can grow and nourish and love, that people can grow and nourish and love with you. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of the same people. All of us have crossover. So nothing was malicious here. It was not anyone who was trying to necessarily steal anything or do that. It's just
nobody's worried about that. I
know, but you know,
for me,
for the wider audience.
Oh, I see. Well, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, because we don't want anybody thinking that anything was malicious by any means, because the intention was to create something that is as connected and as you know, good for the mental health and community as the morning is.
Should anyone, have come to me and said, or anyone from David or you, anybody, any of the core, and said, you know, hey, I've got this idea, we'd like to do this thing, I probably still would have said, well, you probably should get a different name.
Yeah.
But I would have definitely been behind it as a friend, as like a supporter, as let's blast this thing out. We're not night drivers. We're probably not going to go. The weekend is not we do the Friday thing. That's what's possible for us, so that's why we do it. But I wouldn't, and I'm not right now poo-pooing whatever it is. David sent me a message afterwards. Apparently they talked for 2 hours going back and forth or whatever, and David was frustrated. So I don't know where they landed. But I guess part of it was something about the fact that I, in that post, I tagged a bunch of the agencies.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what this person obviously doesn't know, and that's why you shouldn't be coming in like you do know. It's taken a very long time to get GVBC on the map where it should be with those agencies, meaning a lot of correspondence, a lot of relationship building, a lot of, I don't know what to tell you, but like all of the agencies that I tagged are in every single post I've ever made about GVBC. Go back and look. I always, and anyone who knows us knows this.
Yeah.
It's always California Highway Patrol, LASD, SEB, which is their Special Enforcement Bureau. They're the helicopters who save your asses when you go off the road or have an accident and need a fucking neck brace and shit. They're literally the ones who protect us. LA County Fire Department, who are the ones who patrol and help us up there. So they're your first responders oftentimes. Caltrans, they're almost always the first responders. Caltrans District 7, we have a wonderful relationship with them. Simply drive with us one time and see how we get the horn and the honk and this from every single truck and worker on the crest. It's not about us. It's just, if you've come recently and you like it, that's wonderful. So let's do something together or whatever. But don't take all of these things that we have been doing forever. You know what? It's like when there was the terrible accident the other day and 2 of our friends died. Somebody hipped me to some thread in some forum where somebody said, "Oh, the GVBC, blah blah blah. It's a menace up there. They've since taken all their posts down." And you know, it was just a bunch of there was a bunch of misinformation about that. It was like, well, there's never been a GVBC post. No one posts on that account. There's no one to post on that account. I guess I had a lot to unload here. It's frustrating when somebody comes in and gets the wrong idea when. Why am I defending myself? Why is GVBC in a position to defend themselves today?
Yeah,
That's what bugs
listen,
me.
It's weird. If you're going to use the same exact name as something else, it's weird. Let's just call it that because that's just the truth.
Or the intention is to somehow connect with it or to
well,
align
it
with
was.
it. But then you should try to align with it. I mean,
Yeah.
starting an Instagram and a movement is not the way to align with another organization.
Well, and also something that I've learned is that you got to show up and do the work and then name it. Whatever it is, you got to like if you're starting a business or a group or a community or whatever, like just show up and do the thing and let the people come.
Well, that's the thing.
And then it will develop into.
You don't
whatever
need
it's
to if
going
you
to.
do this.
Well,
We've
I
done
know.
all that work.
I know.
And it's not been work, but you know what I mean? Like we put in that time.
No, I know. Which is again why it's weird to use somebody else's brand. And I'm trying to be diplomatic and I'm trying to be thoughtful in how I'm speaking about this and how I'm presenting.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a veteran producer, so branding, advertising is what my business has been for 20 years. So it's also like and psychology and personal branding and all these things. And it's just like as I don't believe that it was malicious.
No.
But it's very hard for me to believe that someone didn't know that people would immediately make that correlation and immediately think that they're the same thing. But this one's at night, which, is kind of what they were trying to create, but their own thing.
Why wouldn't you message the original
Yeah.
thing about it?
Yeah.
And David said, or you did, or somebody said
Yeah,
he tried
I
with
think
me.
so.
I went
That's-
back and looked through, and I've got absolutely no correspondence about that whatsoever.
Yeah.
I thought maybe, I missed it because I miss shit. I mean,
Of
all the time.
course.
I'm sorry
Especially
if I
in
ever
the
could send you a
requests
message,
or
please
whatever.
send it back again because it just got buried and I missed it.
Same.
I try to get back to everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the day, for me, it's do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy. If Good Vibes Dinner Club makes you happy with a thing exactly like ours and whatever, do it. But I have to disassociate us and Good Vibes Breakfast Club from it because it's not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, a Friday morning crowd is going to be completely different than a Saturday night crowd. It just is.
Sure.
100% different.
Oh, yeah.
The people who have access.
I'm not
people who
judging
are
the people.
interested in
People
that.
are
no,
people.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying, like, the intention was there to create a community to nurture and grow and give good things to. Make it your own.
That happened. That's the part that is organic.
Yeah.
It started with us going to breakfast and other people who
No,
did
not
the same
us.
thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But that's what I mean.
The whole thing's crazy to
Show
me.
up and meet up and let it.
But I don't want anyone to think like this person who's a photographer who's very talented and posts pictures every single Friday. I don't want this person to think that while I do think this whole thing is weird, like you said, that was a very good word. I don't have a problem with you. I'm too old for that shit to have problems with people. I will support the Good Vibes evening, Good Vibes, whatever.
Dinner.
I mean,
they changed it. They changed the name. I forgot what it was. Newcomb's something, maybe?
Okay. Are you kidding?
Yeah, they changed the name.
That's the same problem. Do they have a connection with Newcomb's like we do? They're going to get into trouble with them.
I don't
Why
know.
not just make it whatever you want?
I don't know if that's
it
the
is.
name. I don't know. Somebody told me. Somebody else told
That's
me
hilarious.
that.
Well,
so
whatever.
I don't know.
More power to you. I'm sorry that it's all. Sorry. Listen,
Sorry.
Listen to that
We're going
influence.
Canadian.
Listen to that influence.
Listen.
I am sorry
well,
that
if
it
it's an
became
apology,
a
it's got to
thing.
be Canadian, right?
I'm sorry that it became a thing today. I stand by my position of I think it's weird. If you want to work it out, let's work it out. But there's not really anything to work out.
No.
I
Listen,
like to get along with people because
Yeah.
I'm too old not to. We have too many other problems, and I have to. Oh, do I like that person? Do they like me? Oh, I don't
it's
know.
not worth it.
No,
But I just
it's not worth it.
my
Thank you.
perspective in the way that I engaged in this conversation was just helping people understand this is why people are having a reaction. This is why it comes off the wrong way to the people who are close to what Good Vibes is.
Is it disrespectful? Does it seem disrespectful?
To me, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Somebody else said
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and I didn't know how I
Maybe,
felt
yeah.
about that. No, maybe it is. I couldn't figure out how I felt about it because it's
For
like
me,
I don't
it's-
care enough to feel. Oh, it's disrespectful. It's hurt
Yeah.
my feelings. Brr.
I don't know that I felt like that, but I did. My initial, after being like, oh, it's not a bot, my initial thought was, oh, this person is using them. That's what I thought. And I think, that's a fair thing to think. And again, nothing was malicious, so I'm not trying to say that was the intention at all. And I want to be very clear with that. But that's how it comes off. That's how it comes off.
Yeah.
And, none of us are ever going to know anybody's true intentions, but,
And that's another thing. And
intention versus impact.
And another thing, I know how imperfect I am and how I constantly do the wrong thing, even though my
Totally.
intention is to do the right thing. So
Yeah.
like that's why there's no bad blood on my part.
Yeah.
Like I get it. I totally get it. I find it weird that I will say this. I'm just realizing now. I find it weird that all of these other people have had conversations about it with this person, and they've still not reached out to
And
me
you
about it.
haven't. That is pretty
That's
funny,
weird.
actually.
But I just realized that now.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They're having conversations with other people, but not me, which
Yeah.
tells me
That's-
something else. I
I
just
was
don't know
gonna use
what.
the W word again. That's weird. I mean, what I was told.
Ugh,
is that
I don't
that
wanna start more
person
trouble.
did-
God damn it.
No. Again, and that's why I'm trying to be very clear with like, I don't believe there was malicious intent. I don't believe any of that. I think it was just a dumb move.
Standard disclaimer in place.
You know.
Well, I hope
Listen,
that's
if
the
I
case.
think something is malicious, I will tell you. But what I do know for sure is that there are a lot of people out there that just like
I
don't really think
it's-
things through.
I don't think it's malicious. It's not
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Which is also why when I have the time and patience, I like to explicitly walk people through what happened. Why are we having this reaction? Why do I feel the way that I feel? Well, this is how it comes off, and this is why. Some people get offended by those things. But it's just like, I'm just explaining to you the perspective and why something
A perspective that they might not be able to see. Is that what you mean?
100%.
Okay,
yeah.
you're trying
Yeah.
to like enlighten them a little bit.
Yeah, if
Zoom
I'm the
out.
one having a reaction, I can't expect that you are going to be able to understand why unless I take the time to explain exactly why. And you may not like that explanation because maybe it puts you in a bad light, but it's my job to take you through. Like, okay, you and I had a weird Instagram thing a while ago, right? And
Not that long ago.
Not that-
And
it was like
feel
it was
I
a
still
month and
to
a
this
half.
day feel terrible about it because I think at the end of the day I probably agreed with you, but I'm just an old guy who like hasn't fully adjusted to modern times, and I said the wrong thing, not meaning it badly at all. Also, I think of you a lot younger, and I don't think of you as a contemporary of mine. I think of you as being like 10 years younger.
everybody
So when
does.
it was about a thing she posted and it was a movie reference, but she made no reference to the fact that it was a movie reference, but I saw it and I go, oh my God, that's a movie reference. And I was like, the picture is amazing, but do you even get the reference? And oh my God. I don't know if it's because I said even. I thought, is it because of the word even?
I mean, it was just kind of mansplaining.
But why? Can I tell people what it was?
Absolutely.
She posted a picture at a place in Hollywood that's like, is it a Beetlejuice?
It's the Beetlejuice bar.
Okay, I didn't even know this place existed. But the entrance, or at least part of it that you posted, was the Dante's Inferno, the whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, why did you build that? I didn't. Remember that? You remember all that?
Yes.
Getting a little frisky, if you know what I mean. You know? Yeah. So it's just a picture of her by the opening of the thing and the sign. But I checked like 3 times, and there were 0 references in the location or the hashtags or the whatever for Beetlejuice, right? So I commented whatever and something positive, and then do you even get the reference? And then below it I was like, this is amazing. I loved it so much, and I thought I was like, wow, I dosed out a solid dose of love right there. You know what I mean? Like, move on to the next one. Come to Jesus, and then but. It didn't. It caused a lot of trouble because of because of how I worded it, or the fact that I asked at all.
I think a little
Both.
bit of both, and also the fact that somebody else then laughed at it, so it came off as like a compounding situation. So, you know, and all of that wasn't
I
necessarily
don't think they laughed
that.
at it. I think they applauded it.
No,
if that makes a
it was like
difference.
it was a weird thing, and it was somebody else that pointed it out to me. That was the thing, also, that someone else was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's not fair.
Yeah. So
Why
but,
am I
but
getting
here's the
painted in
thing.
because of some other guy that you guys have an issue with that I don't care
No,
about?
but it was it was your comment. It was the mansplaining part of it. But here's the
But
thing.
hang on, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why can't someone ask if you? Why should
I think
the
it was the
world
way that you did.
assume that you get the reference, but you didn't let us know that you got the reference? It's like in my
But
mind,
here's
you
the thing,
purposely didn't let us know, and then you got mad at us for asking. And I was like, well, that's a setup. I got set up. I got like that. I got set up.
It wasn't a setup, but you also have to understand the perspective of a woman where we get questioned for fucking everything all the time. Do you even know that?
No.
That's how it comes off. And I know that that's not.
I worried about that because when I read it back after the problem, I heard what's her name from the Naked Show all the time. She was always naked on HBO. Lena Dunham.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It read like Lena Dunham, like I could literally, you know what I mean, like that
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't mean it that way. But then once I saw that, I was like, oh, all right, well, so there was like a tone read into it because of the wording.
Yeah.
It just became a whole thing. But I still feel like again, I assume the positive out of people.
But here's the
I got
thing:
the
we had a
negative ass
conversation
Brian.
about it.
Yeah, and then we saw each
here's
other's
what
point.
all of this comes
Sorry.
to, right?
Yeah.
No. But here's the important part. I said that hurt me, and this is why it hurt me. And you said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Great, I love you. I love you. We had a great
didn't
talk.
wanna-
I understand. I didn't intend that. Perfect.
You
done."
believed me that I didn't
We-
intend to hurt you.
because you immediately said it. You didn't fight back. You weren't like blah 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 blah. You were like, "Can you just explain this to me a little bit more? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt
Well, I
you."
did afterwards. I explained to you where at least I was coming from. I was like,
Yeah.
here's why I didn't. It wasn't intended bad. It was because
Exactly.
of this.
But that's the difference between a healthy conversation and like digging your heels into something, because who cares what you believe? If you hurt somebody,
Well, then by that
That's the crux
same
of
logic,
it.
then maybe I should have. I really didn't think it was going to be a friendly. By that
Fair,
same
yeah.
logic, maybe I should have reached out to Good Vibes Dinner Club with a hashtag what the fuck or something like that, instead of just putting out there, hey,
Yeah.
everybody, this isn't us.
I think that
I have too much time. I
I
don't
know.
have there's not, you know what I mean? Like I need to be better about it, but
Yeah.
this.
And I agree with you. And I think that because you and I even spoke about that too. And I was like, you know what? Because I did comment on that, something real snarky. And then I was like, and you deleted it all. And I'm grateful that you did.
Oh, I meant about the Good Vibes.
No, I know, but I'm kind of
Okay.
tying it back because I feel like these are similar circumstances, because they're both like, here's some dumb shit that happened.
No-
How can we do this better?
No good was going to be left of me. We already figured out what we meant, so let's just wipe that.
Let's get
from
it out.
the-
And I'm grateful that you did. But also at the end of our conversation, remember that I was like, you know what? I really could have come to you directly instead of tagging on that. And that was one of the things that I was
Yeah.
apologizing for.
Yep.
By the way, tonight's Yom Kippur, so like this
Oh.
is a good time to be doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, happens to be.
And we just finished Transparent.
It's
Yeah,
the
there
sorry
you go.
show.
Perfect.
What's that, Mike?
It's the sorry show.
It's the Sorry Show. We just named it. Perfect. I hope that's not offensive, but I'm Jewish, so it's fine. But this is what we're talking about, right? So instead of posting it, and maybe I could have done it too, but again, my brain went to like, this is a bot. So I go
Yeah.
to not always malicious stuff, but when it comes to Instagram, I always go to the bots because that's what it is for the most part.
You know how when something is so exactly the same, like you just assume it's a cut and paste from a bot type
sure,
of thing. Like it doesn't
exactly.
even quite make sense. Like, oh yeah, it's just an automated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a different circumstance, the way that you could have handled that was to message that thing directly.
Yeah.
But again, if you thought it was a bot, it was just going to go into Nowheresville.
Well, that
But-
was my thought, but maybe I still should have done. I'm trying to learn.
I mean, you still
I'm trying
can
to,
tonight, but
No, I'm trying to learn
I don't
from
know
this
where it is.
experience. Maybe
Yeah.
I should have done that as well, even though it's a bot. Although I feel like, I'm trying to make really, really nice of this, and I'm trying to take on some of the responsibility, I think, and I don't know that I should do that.
Well, I think there's a
I'm
little
with
bit of
you
all
on
of
that.
it.
Like,
You know what I mean?
this
Like I'm
isn't
trying to
your-
make this, but the truth is, well, this would have not started had they not
Yeah.
reached out or had they reached out.
We
first.
can trace everything back to that. You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't
all of it can be like, well, this wouldn't have happened if this didn't happen, and now we're all in a sea of shit.
I'm grateful we had something to talk about tonight because I mean, other than that, it was just going to be
Oh, I knew we would just be jamming on stuff.
really.
Yeah.
right.
I was just coming to hang out. I just wanted to hang out with you guys because I love you and I miss you. And we've been trying to get a night together for like 2 months.
Can we say that just wrap this up? No bad vibes
No
from
bad
anybody
vibes.
here
No.
to anybody, the
No.
orchestrator of the other thing
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm more than happy to support you in the future on this other endeavor, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But just call it. What did it call it? Put it your name or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But listen, there's lessons in all
Or
of
talk
this
to
for all of
Newcombs
us.
before you put their name in it, because
Well,
they may
yeah.
not. That's the
They
other
may
thing.
not want
People
that.
don't.
I don't know that
underst-
they're using that name, but
People don't understand that we have an agreement. We are the only ones who have an agreement with Newcombs Ranch. I talk to the owner, the current owner of Newcombs Ranch. We saw him as recently as last week. We're allowed to be there. There are certain things we're not allowed to do. We can't have setups and food trucks and things like that. But we are allowed to be there because we have an agreement with them. I clean up the trash every time. Like there's all sorts of things.
yeah. It's organized.
Yeah. And so when I tag them or say whatever, like it's with their okay.
And I think that's
Maybe people
kind
don't
of-
know that.
No, they don't know that. And I think that's the important thing to also understand about using names and branding and things like that, is that you don't have context for what that is and what that entity or organization or whatever
Or who
has
their
done,
relationships are with, like
what
the
their
agencies on the
relationship-
crest.
Exactly. Like what is the work that they've done? What is the relationships? What is the community? And again, the intention was, I love what they're doing. I love that it's about good vibes. I want to create that too. I want to give opportunity for people who can't make it in the mornings. totally legit, totally there, totally with that. But I think this is just the things that we don't necessarily think about when we're trying to create something new or extend something, or, just when we're naming things or creating stuff. These are just the things that we have to think about because they exist.
Yeah.
And this is like
I
way
agree.
more complex,
No, I
But
agree.
things are more complex than on the surface level. So, I think hopefully there are lessons for everyone all around in this kind of stuff for organizations and for life.
Well, it was the same thing last week with the Sunny and Raja, and how that all played out. It was like,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, let's all be better.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what Good
it.
Vibes is all about, by the way. A bunch of people who want to be good people and they want to be better today than they were yesterday and better tomorrow still.
Yeah.
No bad vibes. We love everybody.
No bad vibes.
Please, let's switch gears here
Yeah,
to
I
the
was gonna
Gentleman's
say,
Drive.
let me look up.
Because we're an hour in, and we should spend the last few minutes talking about the Gentleman's Drive.
We
and then,
should.
let's see, East Coast feeds, we didn't get to those. There are 3. They're stacking up. I've got 2.
Stacking.
Here, I'm going to do one while you look at your thing,
Yeah.
okay? Oh, geez. Did I put it in here? Yeah, it's in here. Okay. Sorry. East Coast feed. These are old, so sorry if they're time stamped and we missed it. Happy Thanksgiving. Roll it out.
East Coast Feed, Uncle Jay and Nicole. Look, we have
Okay.
a lovely corpse bride.
And we're making caramel cookies.
Cookies and caramels to put inside the chocolate chips, right? And what did we just finish watching?
Corpse bride.
So she had a new corpse bride Halloween costume, which you can see already is on.
Well, it's a zombie bride.
I apologize.
Well.
Zombie bride. But we're going to go with corpse bride for the movie purposes. Anyway, but she doesn't have the face paint on today. We just want to try it on and see how it was. Because why are we homesick today, baby girl?
Because Daddy was sick and he couldn't pick me up, so Grandma had to pick me up and then come to our house. And then,
And why is Daddy sick?
because I got a cold.
Yeah, she gave me the cold. No, we don't have COVID, so that's great. But she still gave me a cold, and I've been nasally as all hell, as you can probably tell from here. Anyway, that was it. You want to tell Uncle Jay and Nicole anything else?
And we were while we were buying it, we saw creepy things at the mall. At the store, we stepped on things, and they went, "What?"
Whoa! I wasn't there. I was home being sick, but she was with Grandma.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
I scared you.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm getting super meta. I just went on Instagram because my phone is in my hand.
Oh.
It's funny.
Oh, you're being meta
I'm
as in
being
the...
meta.
Did you find out what you were looking for, or did you get sidetracked with the Instagram?
I did.
Do you want to talk about the Gentleman's Drive?
Yeah, so
Lay it on us.
the Gentleman's Drive was awesome, first of all. It was the first organized drive that I had personally done myself and organized. It was so much fun. We had...
I heard good things from a lot of attendees.
Oh, good. Yay. There was a lot of GVBC folks there, a lot of people from the motoring club there. Just so much love and support. And everyone really, it felt like, understood why we were there. And, you know, yes, this is an event to like get dressed up and be seen in your car and blah, 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 blah. But it's really about men's health, and it's about raising awareness, and it's about raising money. And we raised, so far, $16,373.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
Pretty
you.
great.
And I got to give the
amazing.
shout out to the global leader, Juan Carlos. He is, oh God, I don't even know how much. I would have to look it up. I think he's at like $8,000 right now, and it's been like his friends, it's been dog people. He said Team Terrier was his team. We are still collecting donations until October 10th, so we do still have some time. You can go to Babes and Classics right there. The link is there. You can still donate. We would love more. But it was amazing. I mean,
While you were talking before, I changed this. I accidentally wrote Babeses in Classics
Babes is
earlier. It's correct
just
now.
babes,
Babes
just
in
babes in
Classics.
classics. But it was incredible, and you know, I had some of our best friends that were helping, and you know, I had Yasmin was doing the lead car, Dave was our follow car. We had Sarah and Kate doing photos. Sarah was whipping around. Kate was literally whipping outside of the car.
Wow.
it was incredible.
And Series 1 Films did the video.
Series
apparently?
1 Films did the video. We had Justin also came out and did some photos. Leo came out. He got the
Justin
coffee.
B? Justin Bassett?
Justin
Cool.
Bassett came. Leo was doing the coffee, and he took some photos in the morning as well.
Oh,
I mean, it was just, I felt so loved and supported, and I wasn't even doing it for me. I was doing it for like something so much bigger than me. And
So that's the best.
yeah, it
Go
was.
on. Keep going.
No, it was just incredible. I mean, it was one of the best days I've ever had. Just to see all of our friends together and see all of these people that just looked so beautiful and like they were just having such a great time. We raised so much money. There was somebody there who brought his dad, who is a prostate cancer survivor, and it was his birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And it was one of his best birthdays. And when he told me that, I learned that when I got home because I was like, oh, is that you and your dad? I have photos, whatever. And he's like, yeah, he's a prostate cancer survivor, and this is his birthday. And I was bawling. I was so overwhelmed with love and gratitude. And then he told me that story, and then I lost it. And I was just on my couch just like crying because I was so grateful for everybody that showed up, for everything that we did. The drive was beautiful. I did a good job. It's true.
How was that night and the day after? Because what you're talking about is how we felt after the live show that you were a part of that as well. But that kind of crazy high of, I can't believe we did all that, and it's actually going to help a lot of people. Like it's so cool.
It was so overwhelming and it was so exhausting, but it was like there was such a profound amount of love and gratitude that I felt in every cell of my body. And I hope that other people felt that as well that took part, because that is very healing energy. I know it sounds like woo-woo or whatever, but like it actually does do some healing to your body. It's
without a
incredible.
doubt, by the way, because I'm not joking when I say we were high for like a day or two after
yeah.
that event.
Oh, yeah.
And there was no cannabis consumed in that building.
And I was exhausted. Like everything hurt. Like my face was puffy. I was
you had
so
been
tired.
cramming for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you helped us with our thing too, so you had multiple things going at once.
Yeah. And I had my own stuff that I was dealing with that was completely overwhelming me as well.
That's
so
life, yeah.
It was just.
You juggled it all very well.
Thank you. But I could not be more grateful for everybody that showed up. And just the support. It was a wonderful drive. This is our second year. We're going to do every year. It's only going to get bigger from here. It's only going to get better from here. I would love for us to hit $20,000. I don't know if we will, but we have a few days left.
You're putting it out there.
I'm putting it out there. I would love for us to get to $20,000.
I mean, it's kind of
so
crazy.
close.
It's not that far.
It's really close. Many hands make light work. I mean, Juan Carlos got his first $5,000 from all pretty much like $5, $20, and some $50 donations. So like seriously, many hands make light work. So if you have anything to give, please head over to Babes and Classics. All of the links are there. You can learn about the drive. You could see, you could donate. You can. I actually put something on there from Movember. It's tips to how to start hard conversations, because we all know conversations are very hard for all of us.
Yeah, maybe we all need that one.
Yeah, we do.
Especially
We do all
today.
need that. So, it's, a whole bunch of stuff there. How to do dapper is up there.
How to do dapper?
Yeah, well, how to dress dapper, like for the drive or whatever. But it was just, it was great.
It's got to be pre-75, pre-72?
Pre-80s.
Oh, pre-80s.
Yeah, all pre-80s. I did, Yasmin was our lead car, so she was not, but I was like, you're a volunteer and you're our lead car. We should probably have a reliable car in the lead.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I did lose my GoPro, though, actually. My GoPro, which was very firmly on the window, and I have a bunch of photos of me actually checking. They're all live photos, so you could see that it was not moving. And like 5 minutes later, the thing fell off the damn window.
Damn it.
So that's $1,000 down the drain.
$1,000?
I mean, I bought like the tent. Maybe it was
Holy
like
crap.
700 or 800 or something.
Still,
but
that's
yeah, and I've used it
in my
like
head. I
3
was like,
times.
GoPro, no big deal, but $1,000 is a
That's
big deal.
$1,000. So,
Gee
and
whiz.
I'm organizing the drive, so I couldn't pull over and go get it.
Yeah, hey everybody.
I did
no,
go back.
don't make this U-turn like I'm making. No, everybody
No,
stop.
it's
No,
fine.
no.
It was just past the tunnel. We were on Canaan Road, and it was just past the tunnel before Mulholland. So I got through one tunnel. It was like, cool. And I got through the second tunnel, and then it fell. And so I did go back later.
And nobody stopped for it?
No.
Bunch of
I
dicks.
could have told Dave. I mean, we were on radios, but I didn't want him to, like, lose all of us. I mean, he was our follow car, which was fine. Like, he was the tail
Dave who?
car. Not Trevor, sorry. Eyesore Racing. Sarah's husband. What's his last name?
Oh, Dave, who helped us with the flag the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. In my
Dave.
mind, I was thinking of the guy who moved the desk down to the Marconi.
No, different Dave.
Pasadena Dave.
Pasadena
King
Dave.
of Pasadena.
Not King of Pasadena.
Okay.
I saw Racing Dave. So thank you, Dave. Shout out. But I could have asked him, and I didn't. It was like a little bit chaotic because we were also turning, and I was like, you know what?
But you went back and couldn't find it.
I went back, and I went back the next day too to try to find it.
Was there
and I
anything
couldn't
else
find
on
it.
that GoPro?
No.
Okay.
I cleared it out. The only other
I'm just
thing
trying
was
to
the
think
show.
if somebody was like, oh, this, that, and then the pole dancing. Oh my God.
No, the only
Jackpot.
thing. Hello, not giving this one
Yeah,
back.
hello.
The only stuff that was on there prior to.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's too many buttons. Oh. Woo!
What happened here? Like, is that where like the doorbell and like the? You gotta do it with the bubbles.
Okay.
Okay, it felt like rain for a second.
Yeah, well,
There
it's
it
got to
is.
rain
But
before it
now
bubbles.
you gotta do beer,
Everybody
beer,
knows
beer,
that.
beer.
All right. If you don't mind getting wet, I'll keep the bubbles on all night. I don't care. I think they're great.
Do you want me to play with that? Or?
No. Oh, jeez. Good Lord. You play with whatever you want to play with, for God's sake. None of my business. I want everyone. That's the takeaway from all this. I want people to do whatever they need or want to do to make themselves happy. If it's having a good vibes dinner club, and that makes you happy and it's important to you, then I want to even support that. You know what I mean? Like that's where it comes down to for me.
Yeah.
I'm saying even if they wanted to use that name, like I would support it because I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they did the same shirts and the whole thing? That would be so awkward.
That would be
Oh
so
my
weird.
God.
That would be a little much. That would be a little much. But that's kind of the things that like how thought through was it? Because like that would be weird. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. That would be weird.
All right. Is there anything else that's going on with you in your life? How is your professional life? You work on TV shows. Yeah,
I
sorry.
thought you were talking to Mike.
Well,
what's
I
up,
love
Mike?
Mike too. I miss Mike.
love you,
We got to
Mike.
do. I've got to catch up with him. We haven't talked in weeks, really. But
When are you coming here, Mike?
I know he was
Why
in
are
Vegas.
you not sitting next to me?
Vegas was very close. She's right.
I wish and I hope and I believe that we are on the precipice of being able to have a lot of travel freedom.
Good.
He Changed It is about to bloom a little bit, and we're very excited about that.
Good. Does that mean that Candy's coming too? Because I want her here too.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Absolutely.
She went to Vegas and she's going to New York. I think they travel together frequently.
Good.
Candy wasn't in Vegas. She probably would have been if New York wasn't a week later. But also, she's not really excited about the wrestling stuff as much.
Fair.
And so, yeah, it's an acquired taste to say the least.
Yeah. Fair.
It is what it is. We're all into weird shit, man.
Aren't
Who am I to say, what is or isn't? I told you I was into wrestling when I was a kid because all of my friends were, and that was the cool thing to be into. I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I'll never understand it. But I was the king of school when I was able to go in that day and tell them that I fucking met Hulk Hogan and not Lou Ferrigno, the other one, my dad's friend with the rubber bands, Lou Albano, and all those guys from the wrestling because it was such a big deal to the rest of the world. So I don't think you're a weirdo for liking it.
Well, I appreciate that. And I also hope that you get as excited as I am about my starting the Good Vibes Brunch Club, because I think that's going to be great.
You know what? That's awesome. You can use the same shirts.
There you go.
Done.
It's already
Yeah.
PC.
Oh, you just changed the
Done.
one little thing. Yeah.
Done. Just,
You're so funny. Don't poke the whole thing. I'm really. It's so hard not to I want to make so many jokes and so many pokes and everything, but the truth is I don't want to perpetuate that.
We don't want to
negativity.
hurt people's feelings because, again, the intention was all good. The intention was to create.
Yeah. If I could sum up the
Standard
chat.
disclaimer applies.
It's not a disclaimer. It's it is the truth that was told to me, and I have to accept that as the truth.
Oh, amen. I believe it too.
Yeah.
I was not trying to imply I didn't believe it. Now this is how rumors get started. And then Arielle said Jay didn't believe it, and then and then he said it on the show, and
And now we're all fucked.
Everybody, if I could sum up the chat, One Vintage sums it up perfectly. But that's by saying, "Be original always."
Yeah, it's true.
Agreed.
Yeah. Also, hey, Dorian.
yeah, I love Dorian. At the same time, though, when I posted what I posted, I did it lighthearted and I mean, I think I did a laughing emoji because I meant to anyway.
Maybe.
They say, and this is a thing. I mean, comedy and throughout the rest of the world, but the highest form of flattery is indeed imitation. So, like, it's a compliment across the board. You know what I mean? It's like it's no skin off my back. I'm sorry that it was a real person. That's what I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a sorry show.
I'm sorry that I didn't go try to friend that bot first and find out that it wasn't a bot. That's what I could have done differently.
But
I don't know that I would do it differently in the future. I will do it differently in the future, but
these are the things that we all like. This is the point, right? Like back to getting better. This is by having these discussions, we can say like this person now is probably like, oh well, you know, maybe I can think about naming conventions before. Maybe that's the lesson there for them. The lesson for you is maybe I can try to like do a little research first. I understand why you wouldn't because I also was like, hey, red flags.
No. I mean, I did the research in that I looked who was following and I looked who they followed and who was you know what I mean? Like I did that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
And
if
they
it was
didn't
a bot,
follow.
It would look the same anyway.
They didn't follow me.
That's weird.
So I thought to myself, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the Good
definitely.
Vibes Dinner Club didn't follow me.
Yeah. And for
So
me,
I was like,
anytime I see any sort of
then
a
it's
bot,
probably not.
if I see a bot for a friend or a business, I am a person that will post that and be like, block and report. So,
Right.
you know.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I blocked and reported. And
I didn't because I didn't even go to the thing. I was just like, just tell the people and that's it.
But what concerned me was all the people I did know that were starting to follow it when I thought it was not. When I thought it was a bot.
Yeah. But the whole point is people stumble in life, right? Like we all do things that are like, probably could have done that better. And that's what we have to do. We have to evaluate
Making
these
fun
things.
of you can't walk. Bitch.
I mean, I'm getting used to it. It's fine.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
this
you
is
had
how
to
we
take it.
joke. She and I go dark.
That's fine. You go dark, I go sex. It's a good time.
Oh, no. Yeah. You got to come back for another show where we talk about sex because
we will, yeah. We were going to talk a little bit about Viagra today, but we'll do that on another day. We'll talk about sex.
why
stuff
not
on
tell
another
people
day.
why now?
No,
hey,
it's a
before we're on the
teaser.
air. Hey,
It's a
before we're
teaser.
on the air, I'm having this problem and I want to talk to you about it.
Oh, no. It was like I think we made like a joke of something and it's
I
like,
know
you're
what
like there's
happened.
pills for that and I was like, actually, so, you know, it's going to be another day. We're not going to get into the sex show now, guys, okay? You have to come back. Just keep coming back. Keep coming.
She's over here. All right. Well, did we do it? Have we done enough stuff?
I mean, we did some stuff. We did a lot of stuff.
Mike, is there anything from the chat that I know you mentioned Dorian's saying be original always. Is there anything else that we should know that's come through?
Oh, there's all sorts of tomfoolery going on here.
I miss being
Dorian,
in the chat. I have a little bit of chat FOMO when I'm up here.
Yeah, there's always a different little show that goes on in the chat, and that's a lot of fun.
I wish that we
Dorian
could
also
save
just
it.
says, "Congratulations, you finally became big enough to get copied."
Okay.
That's what Misha sent me a message. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, if this is happening, that's pretty good. I was
It's
like,
true.
I mean, yeah.
It's just, you know.
Oh, also, St. Clair Insurance showed up right after the commercial, and so I noted to them, "Hey, did you see the commercial? It was delightful." And there he said, "Well, we're going to rewind it and we're going to go look at it."
Oh
They
no!
have
What are you doing?
could've gotten away
He
with
wouldn't
it,
have seen
Mike.
it. He never would have known.
You ruined it.
Oh God, I'm so
Producer Mike,
embarrassed.
did
We
you
have
just
yet
lose
to
us some
find out.
advertising?
I'm so embarrassed.
No, producer
We
A.
have yet to find
lost
out if gold
the ads.
dildos are insurable, but I'm sure we'll have the answer before next show.
If they are valuable, they are insurable. I guarantee it.
I'm
So if
just
we just
saying.
have to have you do the research to find out how much a 24
I
karat
will.
gold dong
It would be very expensive.
It would be
It
very
would
heavy.
be like
Heavy.
that would be something you absolutely need to insure.
I think of a bar of gold
Yep.
of the size, and I would guess that this would probably be about like close to a half of a bar of gold.
Depending on the size.
Oh,
They
good
have
po-
very,
good point.
very large
Well.
dildos. Like absurdly large. But I'm not judging because that's your thing. Have fun. Safely. With lots of lube.
Oh. And then make sure it's insured. Oh, so delicious.
Lube is insurance that there will be no internal tearing.
Oh, all right, all right. Internal. Oh my God.
I gotta drip the education in however I can.
The Will Bryson says, "Oh, it's better on YouTube. Switch for the first time from IG." Oh my gosh, thanks, Will. Yeah, no, it's way better
Yeah.
on IG. I mean, than IG. Ugh.
What I've started doing is that I'll have it on YouTube, but then I'll talk on Instagram.
That's what I think. That's what he does up there, and that's what Sean Bishop does as well.
Yeah, because you can hear everything better and it's clear and like the production value is better
So
on
much better on YouTube.
but the conversations are on Instagram. So you kind of have to do a little bit. The only thing is that I think with the YouTube, that feed goes sooner than the IG feed. So I feel
They're
like
not linked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're not linked. So I'm a
But they
little
are
bit
some
behind.
places. It depends on where
Yeah,
you are. Because
yeah.
in the room, they're live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like here in the Wi-Fi where everyone's on the same network, it's all happening live.
Yeah.
But when we put it up on the screen and you do it in different, it's weird.
It's
It doesn't
weird.
make sense to me.
We live in a weird world.
Canadian Mike, I love you, and I didn't make mention of it before, but it was very obvious to me your Japanese Back to the Future shirt there.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm
I
very
like this shirt.
very familiar. Love it.
Fun.
Love your work, Mike.
Sean
your work,
Bishop
producer Ray.
is in Hawaii right now. Aloha to Sean Bishop.
Without us, Sean?
Well, that's where technically he lives part time. That's where his
that's
family is
right.
part time because the kid is going to school in Hawaii versus here in Los Angeles. So during the school year, that's where they are. They came home for the summer, but
great.
they're allowed. They went away, and Sean and I had some good. I think we had a movie night one time, and I think we hung out on the porch one time.
I wasn't able to.
And then now he's off
Good for him.
to be there for I think like 3 or 4 weeks.
Wow, Jay, I'm out of water. This is. Do you guys see this? Is
Not
absolutely
touched,
ridiculous.
untouched. That's why I have 2 mugs. That's why I have 2 mugs of water
I have never.
and coffee today.
I don't even drink. I never sip these cups. This is the first time I think that I'm actually drinking out of these, and I am drinking them.
Are you nervous?
No, I guess I'm just thirsty.
I want to make it clear that there were no ill intentions, or this was not ill intent. What did you keep saying? This is-
I don't know that there was no bad intent, malicious intentions.
There were no malicious intentions. That's the takeaway.
Listen, I just don't want people to like tune in at the wrong time and get the wrong impression.
Oh,
you know,
you're
I'm just
doing
trying
the
to
news
keep,
rules.
I'm
Good.
doing the
We
news
gotta-
rules.
We
you know,
redo the same show every
Context.
10 minutes. That's a good point.
Yeah, because we want to be making sure that we're.
The people who stay
nurturing.
tuned for the whole thing, though,
They're like, get over.
we have
it,
an
woman.
you know that's one of the our metrics are so weird on this show. It's not that a lot of people watch it or subscribe, but where it's good is whenever a new person watches the show, they generally subscribe.
That's good.
So,
Thank
So
you.
it's just getting them. That's tough. So thank you. And then the retention rate,
Yeah.
how long people watch this show, is apparently really good.
Yeah.
I don't know how long. It's like I think the average is like 25 minutes or something. But apparently for YouTube, that's wicked good.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah.
We did one in Matt Farah's place once, and one of the smoking tires.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't for anybody else. I'm sorry. This is,
We can talk
just
about it
talking to
later.
the producer over here like we're
Yeah,
not on the air.
We'll wrap this. We'll wrap this baby up.
Sorry.
But it was like 15 minutes or something. He was like, "Whoa, that's really good," for one of the lives we had done. And I was like, "Oh, really? That's good?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, that's really good." She's like,
People
"Usually
have,
it's like 10
6
minutes tops."
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So-
And I was like, "Wow, that's good to know," because
Mm-hmm.
we're like always in the 20s, and then sometimes it spiked, like the Sunny Show or something like that. It
Yeah.
spikes to like 30 minutes or whatever.
yeah.
This one might be long because of the subject matter, but I hope not. I hope nobody gives a shit. This
Yeah.
is not something for anybody to give a shit about.
No.
Who should say that?
Definitely not.
Okay, good. Stop giving a shit about this. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
Follow
having
you, Babes and Classics, as well as Arielle Zadok.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that right? Zadok?
Yeah. Zadok.
And are we plugging anything else? Or are you finally taking a rest now? You had a lot of stuff going on for a bit.
I have a sensuality workshop on Sunday with 1 spot left if there are any women that are interested. So it is actually a really interesting workshop. It's a 3-hour workshop.
What time?
It's at 5:30 downtown.
PM.
5:30 p.m.
3 hours.
downtown. 3 hours long, so 5:30 to 8:30. The first half of it is it's group coach work, so it's about sensuality, our connection to it, our belief systems, the things that have held us back from showing up the way that we've wanted to. And then the second half is pole dancing. So it doesn't matter if you are brand new or you have been dancing for years. There's a little bit of
Like
choreography.
one of those ride and drive, you know?
It's a ride and drive. That's right. It's a ride and drive. That's exactly what it is. It's my coven of harlots. Love them all. But we do some really fucking big work in that room, and then we get to play. So
That's awesome.
it's great. There's one more spot left because I have not had any time to advertise it, but it's sold out almost completely without me even. I think I posted about it once.
Yeah.
And I sold,
Outstanding.
everything but one. So I'm like, wow, I should probably talk about it, but also like, fine, that's perfect. The
Yeah.
group that's there. But if somebody wants to join, there's room. There's room for one more.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. I love doing it.
Is it probably going to feel like a emotional release and stuff? I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah. And you know, the work that we do
Bond
in the
and
room
release.
is taken out. Like, I have women that come back and they're like, I was able to have conversations with my partner that I wasn't able to have
yeah, okay.
before.
I
And,
don't
you
know what the
know,
hell she meant. Did you know what she meant?
Nope.
Whew, I see what you mean. The learning continues at home.
yeah. We do the work and we talk about big stuff and we uncover big things, and there are always
stuff.
aha moments in there, and there are big realizations, and we hold space for each other. We dance it out, we have fun, all of that. But then you go home with a different perspective and knowledge and tools to get closer to how you want to be in the world, because sensuality and sexuality is a part of a whole. We are holistic beings. So you can't erase sensuality and you can't erase sexuality. It's all a part of us, whether you're using your sexual organs or you're having sex or you're doing any of that or not. We're holistic beings. You can't
What if you
just
just
like
play the sexual organ?
yeah. Then there you go. Which one? There are many. The skin is your biggest sexual organ.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the skin. That is actually a very good tip.
It's beautiful. Play the skin.
Yeah, play the skin. It's all about pleasure.
Oh, is that your tip? She'll love it. Play the
Yeah.
skin. Hashtag she'll love it.
Yeah, don't wear the skin though, okay? Like, let's not. I don't want to crossfade this thing.
I'm having a good friend for dinner with a nice Chianti, some fava beans.
So anyway,
Wow. All right. Well, that's great. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to get in on that? So it's 5:30 downtown, 3 hours. You get a release. Well, you don't get a release. I mean, hang on.
no, it's a release. It's a
Hang
release.
on, I know, but I can't be
Listen,
promising.
there are some
I
tears
can't
up
be
in
saying
there.
that.
Yeah, there are some emotional releases, and then you get to dance it out. So
Yeah, that's better.
it is really great work. I love doing these workshops. I'm so excited to be doing it again.
Yeah, I was
so.
going to say you've been doing this one for a while, but it's been a
This
while.
is the second one that I've done.
Oh.
I wanted to do it before the pandemic, but then the pandemic hit. And so I did it in August. I'm doing it again now. I'm going to do it again probably in December. I think I'm just going to do it probably every other month for a little while
There you
until
go.
I can eventually do it, once a month, maybe take it to Pole Studios. I don't know. But
Oh.
it's
Take it to Pole
great.
Studios.
It's great.
I'm going to shop it around.
I'm gonna shop it around.
Why don't you just go straight to Netflix?
Great.
So Babes and Classics, Arielle, Zadok, Wombs in the Room. What is it called?
Champagne Womb
Oh, yeah,
is
that's
my
right.
dancer account. If you want to see some pole dancing, head on over to Champagne Womb.
I don't know if I follow that one. It makes me uncomfortable.
It does make people uncomfortable. We got weird sounds coming out of these two. So my work here is done.
Yeah. Good job. Woo. Thursday.
By the way, everyone loves it when I make you uncomfortable.
Who does?
Everyone.
Who's everyone? You and my mother? Great. Make him squirm. Oh, by the
We'll
way,
find out on Friday.
what does that mean? Is my mother going to be there?
No, people
Jesus
always
Christ.
talk to me
My
about
heart
that.
almost stopped. Holy crap. Phyllis is coming to GVBC. Her house didn't flood, and her house is still perfect. And she lives in
Wow.
Punta Gorda, which took the direct hit. And she lives on the water, not on the, well, she's
Blessed.
on water in Punta Gorda.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed, yeah.
Yeah, that's
she's,
great.
She's
I'm
complaining
very
that the
happy.
guy who's going to clean up the yard can't do it for a while. Like,
Cool.
I mean, really. But I'm grateful that she's okay
Yeah.
and that Dave's okay. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hilarious. Okay, wow. All right.
Okay, are we done?
Whoo-wee. I think we were done a while ago. I think in my mind I thought we wrapped it up, but I didn't. We're still here.
We just keep wrapping.
Impedance match. Be gone, though. Be gone, though.
Be gone.
Impedance match. All right.
All right. He wants us to wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure. Thursday, we're back with an update on the DeLorean Legacy podcast. Both Kat and Jason will be here. We say Kat DeLorean all the time, Catherine DeLorean. She's technically Catherine Seymour because that's her married name. So Jason Seymour, Catherine Seymour DeLorean will be here, even though it's probably Catherine DeLorean Seymour. It's so confusing. But meanwhile, nobody would know who Catherine Seymour was, so she uses Catherine DeLorean because of John Z. DeLorean.
Good idea.
We're going to be talking about the new model JZD, as well as everything else that's going on with the DeLorean Legacy Project. And next week, we're back with Guido Cocomello
Oh, he's coming back.
promoting his 1022 show. And I think Bart Kikens will be here on Thursday to do sort of a Luftgekult wrap up.
Oh yeah, I'm going this weekend. I'm excited.
Good.
My first one.
Good.
Yeah. I'm
You'll
stoked.
love it.
I'm so excited.
That's a great location where it is too. That was
out to
one
Cal.
of my favorite ones. That was the only one I worked too, so it was kind of cool to have full access. I worked that one.
Yeah. Nice.
I worked that one. Enough about you.
No, I like working stuff. Sometimes I like working things better than being at them because I'm a workaholic.
Yeah, that's what there was. Just it was a lot of logistic stuff, and that it's. I know that's your that's your happy place.
It is.
We watched As Good as It Gets the other day too.
Oh, nice.
Same thing with all that OCD shit.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Love it.
Okay, we love everybody. I can't believe that's it, but I think it is. We love everybody. Everybody.
Across the board.
Even evening time cruise clubs that occur on Angeles Crest at Newcomb's with good vibes.
Yes.
Whatever they're called.
all about
Everybody.
love.
Yeah. Love you. We love you. Do you have anything to add? You didn't say anything today because I didn't give you a chance. There was so much shit to deal with.
Not really.
Plus, she's here.
There was plenty.
All right. You okay?
Yes.
All right.
Thanks.
We all love you.
We love you.
We love you at home.
We
Canadian
love
Mike.
We love you.
Loving you, my friend.
Love you.
See you on Thursday. See everybody else on Thursday. Nighty night.
Deuces.